These private parts are your pride as a woman. It makes you beautiful.
Do you have the sex talk with your kids?
Yes, I have two girls. I started talking to them about sex when they started working.
Really? What do they know?
It's not about what they know, but about what they should know. Children conversation.
Yeah.
You will always come down
Yes.
to their level in order to have a quality discussion with them. The discussion that they will understand and benefit from.
So what you're saying is you open the line of communication right from the cradle for your children.
Yes.
So they can come to you about
at any time and tell me anything, no matter how dirty it is.
As an African with an African parent, it is very easy to sideline the sacred word sex in the home simply because it's not in our culture to talk about it or it's too dirty a word to utter. But on this show, we are going to have the sex talk. This is the Just O'Clock podcast. My name is Jessie, and I have as a guest on this episode the beautiful Mrs. Moby. How are you doing, Ma?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right. So we're going to get into it straight up. As an African parent, do you have the sex talk with your kids?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Really? And at what age did you deem it appropriate to talk about it with them?
Well, as a mother who have gone through the childhood time of life, so as a woman species, you know, everything falls on a woman.
On the lady, true.
So, and I have girls.
Oh, you have girls?
Yes. So I prefer, and I started talking to them about sex from the cradle.
From when they were babies?
Yes, from the very tender age.
Really? What would you be talking to small kids about sex? What do they know?
No, it's not about what they know, but about what they should know.
Oh, okay.
Because I found out that if you know something, if you're aware of something, it makes you less danger of it.
Really?
Yes, that's what I believe, and I believe it worked for me and my children because I have two girls. So what I did was, even from the tender age, when they started working, you know, that time you will not carry them to bed them anymore. So you stand them to bed them, and anybody can bed them at that time because they can be anywhere.
Yeah, they are small kids.
Yes. So, and considering the fact that in my house, my husband is a businessman and we have boys staying with us.
Okay.
So he's a very instead of me to put my children in a tight corner, I have to educate them for them to know what they should do and what they shouldn't do.
Okay.
Even from when I started birthing them as a very little girl, if I finish birthing her, I will tell her, squat, wash your private part by yourself.
Really?
Yes.
You don't wash it for them. You are their mother. I mean.
Yes. Even when I will be birthing them, I will wash it without them knowing that I washed it. I'm their mother. But I will make it obvious to them for them to wash it by themselves. Yes. And their armpit. You know, these are sensitive places that a woman's supposed to cover.
Yeah.
So I will tell them, oh yeah, raise your hand, wash your armpit. I will pour water for her.
And she
will wash with this hand and the other one with the other hand. And while washing it, I'll be telling her, you see this part, even me, your mother, is not supposed to touch it. Even when she's washing her private part, I will say, even me, your mother, is not supposed to touch it. Even daddy should not touch it. You see, though, all these boys, I'll start calling them names, their names. I will tell them, even boys, your brothers, nobody should touch it. Your friends, anywhere, nobody should touch it. These private parts are your pride as a woman. It makes you beautiful. How you are there is what people will see from your face.
Amazing.
So at a stage, I started telling them, from age 1, 2, 3, like the last one walked when she was at the age of 7 months.
Okay.
She was very fast, but then she wouldn't know anything.
Of course.
So I was still telling her to do those things, but when she was growing, coming up to age 3, 4, was like some films, some part of the films, I will want them to see it and I will off it. I will now tell them, do you know this thing these people are doing here? That is the reason why I told you that nobody should touch your armpits, nobody should touch your private parts, because once you do this kind of a thing, your destiny will just go like that.
Amazing.
So they will not ask me, Mom, but a lot of people are doing it.
Right.
I will say, yes, people are doing it, but they are the people who are of age to do it and who are entitled to do it. You might be 50 years, but you are not entitled to do it. Children conversation.
Yeah.
You will always calm down yourself like them, to their level, in order to be able to discuss, to have a quality discussion with them. What I mean by quality discussion is a discussion that they will understand and benefit from. Because whatever you're telling a child and is not understanding anything, or is not beneficial to it, means nothing, is not quality, is not. Yeah. So I will always make them to believe that I'm a child like them. Yes. When they sit on the floor, I sit on the floor with them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I make them to believe I am their best friend. Now they have grown. I make them to know that I am the best person to scold them, the best person to beat them, and the best friend they will ever have.
So what you're saying is you open the line of communication right from the cradle for your children.
Yes.
So they can come to you about
at any time and tell me anything, no matter how dirty it is.
Are you okay? You said no matter how dirty it is. So what if one of your girls has a crush on one boy? Do you think she'll come to tell you that mommy, I like this boy? She'll come to tell you that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Because I knew when the last girl was in secondary school, even the first boy she had crush on was in our church. So, that one is more of introvert than the younger one. The younger one mingles easily.
Yeah.
But that one will just be like this, and people will be talking and she will not. I will say your mind. Always say your mind. Nobody will beat you. But that day she came back home. When we came back from church, she was like, Mommy, I finally have a friend in the church. I said, wow, come and tell me about that.
Amazing.
She sat down. I said, talk to me. Is he a he or a she? And then looked at me. See, Mommy, he's a he.
Okay. Let's talk. He's a he.
Yes.
Okay.
I said, this one is a big one.
Okay.
So you finally have a friend. It's not a she, but a he.
Okay.
Oma, you have broken the record. You jumped the protocol. I said, okay, clap for yourself. She did. Most of the times, if we want to talk something like that, I would like 3 of us to sit and gist about it, so that whatever mistake she's making, the younger one will not make the mistake. And when I'm teaching this one, I want to teach this one at once. So when she told me that she now finally have a boy, I now said, okay, whenever you're talking to that boy, how do you feel? He said, Mommy, I'm not feeling anything. That time, she was 15.
Nice. And she came to tell you this.
She was 15.
Ah,
So I said, okay, you're going to show me your boyfriend now. She said, okay. So in the church, she called the guy and said, this is my mommy. My mommy said she wants to meet you. I said, okay. Son. You know the reason why I call him son?
why?
Because I later called her. What I told the guy, I said, son, how are you? He said, fine. He was blushing. He
Who
said,
would
fine.
not blush? Hey,
I now said, my daughter said, you're her friend. He said, yes, 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 yes.
okay.
Yes.
That is some sort of bravery.
And I said, okay, so you're proud of being her friend? He said, yes. I said, so you want to tell me that if somebody wants to beat her now, you will stand and say, don't beat my girlfriend? He laughed. I said, yes, if it is someone that I can beat,
he will be the person. This is so romantic.
And I said, okay, from here, you should not fight. Don't go and fight for her anywhere.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, if people just give me a call, don't fall into any trouble. I know she's not a troublemaker anyway. So later I told the boy, I said, I don't joke with my children. Being a friend is what I know as a friend.
Yes.
I don't want this to go any other level. She's a very tender girl. She's still very young.
Okay, she's 15. She was 15 at the time.
15. I allow her to have a friend, a male friend, because I want her to come out from her shell. Okay. I always put my eyes on her, and I always tell them, my children, whatever you hide from mommy is what will destroy you.
Okay.
Yeah, from the tender age, I used to tell them that anyone who will tell you anything and say, if you tell your mommy or your daddy, you will die, please, it is a lie. That person does not want you to tell me so that he or she will destroy you. So whenever you hear such a thing, tell the person, yes, I've heard. Come home straight. Let it be the first thing you tell me. Don't even greet me and tell me that. They'll say, mommy, why? But I heard if somebody says somebody will die, the person will die. I say, it's a lie. Okay. I now call her name and say, die. He said, mommy, you want me to die? I said, but did you die?
Of course not.
He said, no. I said, that is how that person wants to
play with you. Yeah.
Play with your brain and make you to believe that you will die when you say something, that you will not die. It's just that you want you to start hiding something from
your
me.
Parents.
And anything you hide from your parents will destroy you. He said, why? And I said, because anything somebody wants you to hide from your parents is something that is bad. So, okay. So, when that senior one started having the boyfriend,
yes,
every day we come back from church, or because we are in choir, I'm in the choir, my husband was in the choir, so both of them were in choir, because we want, if we are going out, we'll go with them, come back with them.
Okay.
So all of us were in choir. So anytime we go to church and happen to see the boy, when we come back home, I'll say, what did you discuss with your boyfriend today? Gist us.
Okay, ladies,
she will
gist.
blush, and she will gist us. Now from there I entered. I started telling them about sex and all that. So when one day she came home and told me that, Mommy, anytime we are talking, I am talking with that boy, I used to feel somehow in my body. I used to feel as if I should not leave her. I should not leave him. I should not go away from him. I said, okay. Now, it means that you are developing very well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if I tell her bad aspect of it at that moment, she will start being afraid of herself.
The bad aspect that if a man touch you, you carry belly.
Yes. she'll start being afraid of herself and she'll start being insecure. And I don't want my children to be insecure of any kind. So when she said that, I said, you are developing very well. It is normal. She said, Mommy, are you sure? I said, yes, it's normal. It means that God is kind to us and make you to be developing very well. So, and I now said, that thing you're feeling is growth. It's a level of growth.
We're talking about the butterflies in our tummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I said, that thing you're feeling is level of growth. When you are very small, we're not feeling like that.
Of course.
But now you have grown to a level that you can feel like that. It shows that you're developing into a womanhood. Now, that is how you will be feeling when you're with your husband. That will make you to always cleave to him and him alone. Now, this boy is not your husband yet. So when the feeling comes, it's normal. But what makes you a woman in that feelings is the ability of controlling that feelings is what makes you a woman.
Amazing.
Yeah, because whatever you feel is normal. But the ability of controlling it, ability of living your life above your emotions is what makes you whom you are. So I told her, and she put it in her head, and I told her anytime the boy is coming close to you abnormally, tell him no, that he should be in control of his feelings, and he will understand it. So like that, there was now he is in the higher institution. So he came back and he told me, Mom, if your daughter told you that she's going to marry now, what would you do? I said, I'll be jumping now. I want to I want to become an Ella.
Yes, no.
I want to do a mogo, but it's too early because you're still in first year. Any man can deceive you and tell you want to marry you, that you'll continue your education, knowing that your school fees, he won't be able to handle it. On the way to shock.
Yeah.
So try whatever relationship you have now, hold on until you get to your third year. Then if you are getting married, when you get married, I will know that we can still
finish up,
manage to
help
you to finish up. So that is it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we know that there have been like a lot of child sexual abuse stories lately. Would you say it is because most parents did not have the sex talk with their kids at the cradle or the tender age that caused these issues?
It's not only that. That is one of the reasons. But outside that, even as I taught my children from the cradle, there was a time one wanted to make a mistake, and my luck is that there is a problem we have now.
Okay.
I used to tell people, you see, these hooligans, prostitution that are in a very high rate now is the fact that women does not stay at home again. Women goes to business like men.
Of course.
They want to make money like men. Thereby stays out of the house. They go early, they come back late like men. Before, when we grew up, our mothers, they do business, but they do business that makes them stay
close
around
to the house. Yes.
Not when you go to school, when you come back, the people you are moving with, the people that comes to visit you at home, your mother will know everything. And that is why that time, and people will say if a child is good, is the father. If a child spoil, is the mother, because a mother stays closer
To the
to the
child.
children than men. But these days, you will see, because men want women to make as much money they make, to contribute as much as they contribute at home, it makes women go far, do everything. They will tell you what men can do, women can do better. And you see them trying to do better. We are making the money. Yes, quite all right, okay? To help the man to run the family. But the family we are helping the man to run is wasting behind us.
So
Now, what in coming to your question,
yeah.
is not only about communicating with the children about sex
Yes.
from the cradle. When you communicate with them, when you give them that sex education, are you there to watch them? Because children are children, they will definitely be children.
They'll find a way around.
Yes, they have peer pressure from school, from friends. They have external bodies like teachers and their fellow students who have another kind of mindset, who can easily turn them around from what you have taught them and teach them something else outside what you have taught them. Now, are you certain with the quality of the teachings or the things they discuss outside that you want to leave them from morning till night? Sometimes you see a child in the morning, before by 6 a.m., she's already, the mom will do everything, wake her up, go and take your bath, brush your teeth, they will bathe, they will jump inside school bus, off to school. They will come back in the evening or afternoon, they will stay at home. The mother will come back 10 p.m. And when you come back, you are tired.
Of course.
You will want to sleep, because that place you're doing your business, you are hustling. Even in the office where you work, for you to come back late, maybe traffic is there, the stress of the day will put you down. You won't be able to take care of those
Your
children. You won't be able to teach them that they're supposed to. No.
But are you saying there shouldn't be like women empowerment? I mean, there's the question, what do women bring to the table? And we are trying to bring something, right?
Yes. Yes. We should bring something to the table.
Of course.
But not to the detriment of the life of our children. We are going too far these days. Women are going too far these days. And I don't blame them. I don't blame her, especially because men makes us to go too far. When you don't bring enough at home, they don't understand the quality of children you keep at home. All they want to know is that you request for money and you're there, you're not doing anything. Let me tell you something. If a woman sits at home from morning till night, for that home to look like home when everybody comes back, that woman might not sit down from that morning till night. There is a lot to do at home. That one is apart. We need to be doing something, but I would prefer a woman to be doing something that will make her stay around the house, more especially when the children are still tender to the primary school, to the secondary school. When the children are out of secondary school, you know they will be in higher institutions. You will not be there to talk to
watch them.
But from that to that secondary school level, they've grown. You've already taught them enough to carry them in university or wherever they will go. Now, at that point, you can look for whatever you can do. If you want to relocate from that place in the name of business, or you can,
of course.
But when that child is at the level of primary, secondary school, a mother should be around to know when you're coming back. When a child is coming back home, and the mother know the kind of children is coming with, and you know the kind of girls that come back with your girls, you see them, you know how they dress. when they are, maybe they will even be together talking, you will do as if you're not with them. You'll be there doing something, but your ear is where they
True.
are discussing.
Very true.
So from there, you will know a child that is healthy minded to the extent of staying with your child. It's not every child I allow my children to be with you. Yeah. When this my last child was entered secondary school, there was a girl living around us.
Yeah.
That girl came to visit my child
Yeah.
one day. I said no. Later I called my child. I said, I don't want to see you with this girl anymore. The outward appearance alone shows me that the girl is already inviting men to herself.
With the way she dressed?
Yes, the way she dressed, the way she chew her chewing gum, the body language when she walk, everything. I later called her one day. I said, change the way you walk, the way you dress, look at the way you chew chewing gum, as if you are a prostitute in the hotel room. It's not good. And you will see some families, they'll be warning their children not to associate with you. You will think they hate you, not because they hate you, but the character you portray. You might not be like that inside, but how will I know? You are showing it outside. So if we are very close to our children, we will know when they are close to being abused with sex, when they are close to making mistakes about sex.
Okay, so let's go back to your daughter's crush. Now, you did say you knew how to help your kids tackle their sexual feelings, right?
Yes.
But you do know that at some point you might not be able to help them. I mean, with the prevalent sexual pressure in the environment and all. So would you allow your daughter to have premarital sex?
Well, as long as I'm with them in their primary, secondary school level, I would try to make sure on my own part that they come out of their secondary school still with themselves.
Yeah.
Now, when they go to higher institution, I will not be there.
Of course.
I can only pray for them. I can only call them, speak with them. Now, there is something I did. Let me tell you, in that secondary school there was a time she made a mistake.
Yeah.
I started going to shop. I will leave early and come back late. So, but there was a woman beside us selling something beside my gate. I now called her. I said, please, I don't know what is happening in my home anymore if I leave. It started bothering me. I said, please, be my eyes. You're a woman and you have girls' children too. You know how these things are. Please. So at a time, the woman now told me that there's a boy that came to my house. In my absence.
Okay. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I had to find out whom the boy is. It happens to be that is that boy.
Okay, that our crush.
Yes. So I called him. I said, why were you coming to my house in my absence?
Yeah.
He said, this, that. I said, that's the end. I don't want it.
Sure.
After warning him, I later heard he came again. So I told him, break up. While you're under my roof, you do whatever I say.
So your roof, your rules.
Yes. Okay. You do whatever I say. You break up. I took my girl to the boy's mom because I learned my girl do go to their house and their mom will be there.
Okay.
So I went there. I told their mom, I don't want their friendship anymore. I want to be able to get hold of
your children
to be able to be in control of what they do at this moment. while they are still with me.
Okay.
So I told her I don't want the relationship anymore.
Anymore, yeah, they should break up.
Yes, they should break up because it's going to something that you and I will regret.
Yes, something you cannot even control.
Yes.
But you do know, Mrs. Moby, they can do it in school.
Yes, but that is if they really know about it. Yes, because I just with my children like their mates. So when they come back from school, if there is anything, before a girl will indulge into sexual activity,
Yeah,
she must have been thinking about it.
there must have been.
Yes, she must have been thinking nothing about it. So I monitor their moods. This is not something I do as in consciously. Unconsciously, consciously, I monitor their moods.
Wow, so you are thoroughly invested in your children.
Yes, because I know they are girls.
Okay, so let's move it to the male part, yeah, because we know the male biology is way different from the female biology. Men are serious problems. But if you had or when you had those boys living under you, you know, as your sons as well, because
Yes.
as they are living in your home,
They are my sons.
they are your children as well.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to indulge in sex, would you give them condoms?
The thing is that if you want to indulge in sex, if I know about it, like one I knew about it, I told him the repercussions.
Yes.
And I told him I tried to explain to him what he was feeling. The beauty of what he was feeling and the bad side of what he was feeling. Because when I believe that when a child knows the bad side of this, he will not want to do it because he will not want to destroy himself or herself. So when one of the boys, that time, the thing he did was that he wrote a love letter to my daughter. So my daughter, because we're always close,
yeah, she brought it to you. Okay.
And I called him. I said, "You're my son. This is your sister."
Yeah, it's wrong.
We started from there. I told him that you don't have to feel anything for her. Whatever you're feeling for her is for destruction. You're supposed to feel it for someone out there because this is your sister.
Yeah.
Am I your mother? Say yes. I said, okay, if I'm your mother, this is your sister. So anybody that is my child
is your sister.
Is your sibling. So you won't do anything wrong to them.
Okay.
So okay. And I told him that what you're feeling is good. It's beautiful. Because it means that you're becoming a man. But whenever you are not able to control it, it will destroy you. It will make you manless because you will be misbehaving. So whenever you see something, whenever you feel something like that, what you will do is to tell yourself, it's not yet time. It's not yet time. I say, you see your boss? Say, yes, you see me. We are husband and wife. So we are entitled to it.
Okay.
But you and these girls and all these boys, you are not yet entitled.
What do you mean by the word entitled? You've used it twice.
Yes. If you're not supposed to do something, you're not supposed to do it because naturally, if you're not married, you're not supposed to indulge into sex. So it's only when you're married that you'll be entitled to sex.
Okay.
But in as much as the world we are today, sex is a very free thing. So we will try as much as we can to educate. We shouldn't close our mouth. Sex education is very vital.
Sure.
Very, very vital to the young ones. So even if it's not your child, but you are close to the person,
It's okay to
it's
advise.
okay to advise, it's okay to educate. When you see
Okay.
someone going wrong, it's okay to educate. You
Okay.
know?
So what if your daughter finally has premarital sex and you hear about it? I want to know your reaction. How are you gonna feel about, because
I don't
obviously
I wouldn't
she might tell you. She will tell
uh
you. So how will you feel about that? I want to know.
she will not tell me.
Because she knows your
She
reaction.
knows I will be broken. She knows that I will feel she failed me. I will feel she failed from what I taught her. And that will make her, even if she's in higher institution now,
Yeah.
every day we talk. She will tell me, "Mommy, as I'm coming back to school, see, this boy was following me. She was telling me this. My friend was doing this. My girlfriend said this and said that." So I will tell her, what your girlfriend is telling you is good or bad.
Okay.
What boys are saying, they are right, they are wrong. So everything they will tell her, she will tell me. So we will talk about it. So it will make her, I guess, it always gives her caution about sex, because she wouldn't want to come home and hide something from me. You understand?
Sure.
Anything she hide from me, she believe that thing will not work well for her.
But then what if it happens? Mrs.
if
Moby,
it
I
if
want
it
to know.
happens,
Will
if
you
it
will you
happens, I will be broken. I will not like it. You understand? I will not like it. Let's say that she come back now and tell me, "Mommy, I'm pregnant."
hey,
Ah, I will not.
again.
I will not like it. I'll cry.
Of course. Of course, who wouldn't
I'll
cry?
cry, but I
Yeah.
won't kill her.
Yeah.
I will not kill her. I will still continue educating and advising. Because the moment she noticed that if she do something like that, I will kill her, or I
Yeah.
will be so
So mad.
mad,
Yeah. She'll hide it.
she will hide it and it can destroy her. She may try abortion. You understand? So I used to tell them, you see all these things I'm telling you, all this one that your body are sweeting you like this with men. If you ever get pregnant with any man, just bring back that child for me. Come back home.
You are the typical African mother. All right. So, any advice for old parents and intending parents? Any advice for them?
Okay. Um, those who are already parents, you know, we are women are very good in business,
Yes, of course.
and we are very good in whatever we do, even when we work for somebody
Yeah.
or do our own
Our
work.
personal stuff.
Yes, we are very good at that. And when a woman sets her mind into achieving something, he goes for it and achieve it. So whatever it takes to achieve it, the woman gives.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, if the only thing I will advise is, in whatever you are doing, whatever that takes your time from your home, please always always remember that you have children that you're supposed to give your time. Do not allow to bring money home in order to run your home very well, as in monetary, financially. Take the time that you will use in building that home. Which, yes, which are our children. Because back there, we have our children, but there we have the business we are fronting ourselves to. So what I'm telling our mothers, my fellow mothers today, is for all the businesses we are doing, for everything, we should know that we should invest much more in our children's moral. Teach them what they need to know. Start on time. Let's tell them about sex. The good thing about sex, the bad thing about sex, when to do it and when not to do it. always insist that you're not supposed to do it at before you get married, so that even if one tries to do it before he or she gets married, we'll do it with caution, not the way things are going right now in the world.
I know you guys enjoyed this episode because I sure did. To parents, intending parents, old parents, have the sex talk with your kids.
Yeah.
It's not a terror now, Abby. I mean, Mrs. Moby had it with her sons and her daughters, and she's even having it with you all, right? So thank you so much, Mrs. Moby, for gracing our podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, click on that notification button. I still remain Jessie, the host with the most. This is the Just O'Clock podcast signing out.